Alright, today we have a 2008 Audi A6. The customer is ready for some front brake pads, or at least they've been told. So we're going to go ahead and check it out, and we went ahead and got some new parts from APDTY. They're the original equipment, Audi brake pads and rotors. We're going to go ahead and put those on if it needs it. So our first step, we're going to go ahead and get it up in the air, get the wheels off, and we'll pick up there. Alright, we've got the car up in the air. It's securely sitting on jack stands. We got the wheels off. You can see the brake caliper here. Audi has a big metal clip on the front of here. Just kind of helps keep everything tight together. First thing I want to do is go ahead and pop this off. And to do that, all you need to do is pop a screwdriver in here, and you pry up and out, and the clip will come off. You can see it's just held in with a little tab that goes into this brake pad, and it just goes in place. So set that out of your way. Our next step is to remove the caliper bolts, which are on the back side here. There's actually two little plastic covers that just pull right off. These are covering the caliper bolts. So you just slide those off and put those out of your way also. Now inside there's a 7mm Allen head bolt. So I've got a 7mm Allen socket. Just line it up in there. Okay, now you can see we're going to get our socket into that Allen bolt. We'll go ahead and break that loose. And once it unthreads, you'll see it. You can just slide it out, and there it is. It's just a like a regular caliper pin. So set that aside, and we'll repeat that with the top one, which is right in here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take out the T30 bolt that holds the rotor on. Now at this point, if the rotor's kind of stuck on there, what you need is to get a hammer. Just hit it a couple times, and those bolts come out. And the rotor will break free. I'll go ahead and set that aside. Alright, now we'll get our new rotor. This is a genuine part from Audi. These rotors are all prepped and ready to put on when you buy them. You don't want to touch the friction surface. So just put it on, line up the little hole for the T30 bolt. Tighten it down. It doesn't have to be real tight. Okay, our next step, I'm going to clean up this caliper bracket a little bit. Alright, we're going to go ahead and install our caliper bracket in place again. Alright, next we have to get our caliper ready to reinstall. What you got to do is go ahead and pop out the old brake pads. They're held in there by these clips. Now if you look at the new one, you'll see that it has a sensor in it. The old one was so worn down that the sensor just fell out. So we have to unplug that from the caliper so that we can plug our new brake pad in. While you have the caliper out, go ahead and try to compress the piston in anymore. It should be pressed in all the way from when you took the caliper off initially. But I am getting a little more movement out of it. So just go ahead and press it in the rest of the way. Now we're going to take our new brake pad. This one just snaps into place into the piston. And when we're putting the sensor wire back on, it slides in one way, and then you turn it until it locks into position. You can plug it in. The outer brake pad, same thing, it just snaps into position. Now we can go ahead and slide our whole assembly back onto the caliper bracket. Next, we're going to take our slide pins and reinstall them. Get them started by hand before you put any torque on them, just to make sure they're not cross-threaded. I have to wiggle the caliper around until they fall into place. Now it's started. And pop the little covers back over them. Okay, and our last step is to reinstall the clip. Start with one end. Clips under the caliper bracket on one side, then it clips all the way on the other side. And if that little tab isn't quite lining up in the brake pad, you can just give it a little bump until it falls into place. Make sure everything's all plugged in and tight. And that is how you replace the brake pads and rotors on a Audi A6. This one's a 2008. The others are real similar. Again, keep APDTY.com in mind. They got us these great parts for cheap. And all we have to do, we're going to do the exact same procedure on the other side. Keep in mind when doing these brakes, when you're all done, make sure you pump up that brake pedal before you try to drive it. Basically, you get in it, just push it a few times, because the brake pedal needs to push that piston out a little bit. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our videos, and also check us out on Facebook. You can find us on there by looking for APDTY. So, thank you.